Hey Logirians, welcome to Logiri. I hope you have subscribed to Logiri's YouTube channel and hit that bell notification on so that you do not miss any of our videos. I hope you're following us on Instagram because we do pretty amazing stuff out there which you should not miss. Hi guys, welcome to episode number 3 of Law Student Study Tips. Basically, in this series, I am picking up those topics which are going to help law students. In episode number 1, I talked about that how you should study as a law student. In episode number 2, I talked about the books from which you should study various law subjects. You'll find the link of both the episode number 1 and 2 in the description box below. In today's video, I'm going to talk about that how you should write an answer. आपको आंसर कैसा लिखना चाहिए लॉ एग्जाम में. बहुत बच्चों की प्रॉब्लम ये होती है, वो बहुत पढ़ते हैं, दे डू द राइट काइंड ऑफ हार्ड वर्क, दे ऑल्सो मेक नोट्स, दे डू एवरीथिंग, but they are not able to write answers. They don't know what is the correct format to write answers. Today we are going to discuss everything. If you follow even 85% of the video, like अगर आप 85% of the video भी follow करते हैं, actually apply करते हैं अपने एग्जाम में, I am 101% sure that your scores are going to be pretty amazing. You're going to score really well. Right? चलिए चलते हैं आज की वीडियो की तरफ. Now, step 1 is carry the right stationery or things. You need to have the right stationery. What are the things that you need? A black and a blue pen. You can have 2 of them each so that even if one of them stops working, you have a backup option. Number 2 is pencil, sharpener and eraser. Then you need a scale and you also need a watch. I'm going to talk in detail that why do you need all these things. Step 2, write down the blueprint before you begin with writing of the answers. This is another very important thing if you tend to forget answers. One of the biggest fears that at least I had when I had to attempt my exam was that what if I forget the answer to any of the questions. मुझे आंसर आता है वैसे, but what if while writing the answers of other questions I forget the answer of one of the questions. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. लास्ट शीट पे, मतलब जो लास्ट शीट है आपके आंसर शीट की, उसके ऊपर यू हैव टू नोट डाउन द answers. Now you'll say, how can we note down the entire answer? Right, you are going to note down only the headers and headers के pointers बस. Now you'll know how, when you'll watch the notes wala video, that how you need to make your notes for law exams, how you need to learn for your law exams, you'll get to know what are these headers and pointers. तो आपने headers and pointers note कर लेने हैं. इससे क्या होगा कि आप भूलोगे नहीं. Right? Getting the point? Now, so making the blueprint would help you a lot. Now, if you tend to forget the points, write all the blueprints of the answer on the last page of the answer sheet. Safe. You can freely write your answers without worrying about what if you forget anything. Also, the moment you forget any point, you can get back to your blueprint and you will be good to go. Blueprint सबसे ज़्यादा help पता है कब करते हैं? जब आप last question attempt कर रहे हो तो you have less time, last question attempt कर रहे हो तो and you are in a hurry to write everything. If you have written the blueprint, it is going to be helpful. It also saves time, and also one of the biggest benefit is when you do like this, when you write the blueprint before you begin with your writing of answers, what happens is you do not worry, right? You're free from that worry that what if I forget. So do try this and you are going to say that okay fine, yeah, this works, because this actually works. Okay, step 3 is divide the answer sheet for different answers. Now you know that we get what? We get a specific number of sheets and we do not get extra sheets in most of the colleges and university. This is what happens. So what we have to make sure is, what is our aim? Aim is that we have to make sure that all the answers are almost of the same length, right? नॉर्मली हम क्या करते हैं, एक आंसर बहुत बड़ा कर देते हैं, एक आंसर बहुत छोटा कर देते हैं. So what you're going to do to avoid this, you are going to divide the sheets for the answer. Divide the sheets for the answer, right? For example, if you have 4 long answers that you have to write and you have 10 short answers, then you can keep like say 2 to 3 pages or maybe even 4 pages for short answers, and all the other pages would be equally divided for those 4 long answers. What you need to do is, with a pencil, mark that first answer should come to end here, second here, third here, fourth here, like this. Okay. Step 4. Before you begin with writing the paper, things to keep in mind. Now, this is very important. Make sure you are attentive here. Number 1 is begin with answering that question of which you know the best answer. Now, what we think is that the answers should be in serial wise order. ठीक है ना? The question number 1 and your answer, you should begin with answer number 1 itself. No, if say you have to answer 4 questions and it is of the third question that you know the best answer, you know hota hai na, we know the best, we say okay fine, this is the actual answer that I prepared and this is the question that I can write very nicely. So you need to choose, you need to answer this third question first, and then you know, subsequently if you know the then the next best answer that you know is of the fourth, then the next is of the second or first, like you need to go in the order of the best answers with that. So what are we trying to do here? What is our aim again? Aim is that we have to show, we have to prove to the invigilator that yes, we have studied for the exam, we know the answer, we know how to write answer. So for first second answer के अंदर we have to put an impression, so that even if till the end we do not perform that good, the first and second answer can pick marks for even the third and fourth. You're trying, when the examiner is checking your answer sheet, he or she is not checking just your answer sheet, you know, he or she is checking those say 50-60 answer sheets one by one. So they skim through your answers, right? So best question, जो हमें बेस्ट आंसर जिस क्वेश्चन का आता है वो हम सबसे पहले लिखेंगे. समझ में आ गया? नेक्स्ट इज क्लीनलीनेस इज द की. Many a times an answer written neatly fetches you a lot of extra marks even though the content may not be that good. You know, cleanliness is the key. This is something that I have tried and tested. There have been questions of which I do not know the answer, but I have attempted them so neatly that I have scored marks. So this works. This seriously works, right? The next is time management. Now obviously it is not just that, you know, again taking the example, if you have 4 questions that are long questions and you have say 10 short questions that you have to attempt, it is not just that एक question attempt करना है हमने या 2 question attempt करना है. The aim is that we have to complete question paper attempt करना है हमने, then only we'll be able to get good marks, right? So give equal amount of time to all the answers. We have to, you are going to carry the watch. In the first slide itself I told you that you need to have your own watch. So give equal amount of time to all the आंसर्स. ठीक है ना? जो लॉन्ग वाले उनको इतना आप दोगे, से यू आर गिविंग 20 minutes each to long, and then you keep 20 minutes for all the entire short answers, because short answers छोटे होते हैं, इतना लंबा नहीं लिखना होता उनके लिए, आपको इतना लंबा आंसर नहीं लिखना होता, right? So if short answers, keep good time for them too. If there is an answer of which you don't know the answer but you need to attempt that, then make sure you speed up a bit. Obviously normally all the universities give you an option. Say you know, they'll say okay, unit 1 may say you will get 4 questions, you have to choose 2 or anything of that sort. Now if you have to choose, you know, you say okay fine, out of 4, 1 I know very nicely, but out of these 3, this one I know a bit, but बाकी सारा I have to make and write. Understand कि मतलब इतने अच्छे से नहीं आता, बनाकर लिखना पड़ेगा. You need to keep some extra time, because when you know the answer, you don't stop for a minute also, you are just writing and writing, you are going with the flow, right? But when you don't know the answer, you need to put in some extra mind, because you have to make up the answer. Getting the point, right? Set your watch with the watch of the invigilator. 5 minutes here and there can mess up things in the end. Now, this has happened with me a lot. You know, those 5-10 minutes towards the end, if they go here and there, you tend to tell the invigilator. Now, at that point of time, you cannot fight with the invigilator that, oh, you gave the, you know, question paper a little late or a little early. You cannot say any of this thing, right? So the best thing जो आप कर सकते हो वो ये कर सकते हो कि अपनी वॉच इन्विजिलेटर की वॉच से मैच कर लो. ठीक है ना? जो भी टाइम है, 5-10 मिनट का ही फर्क होता है ज़्यादा, बट यू शुड मैच योर वॉच with that of the invigilator. Next is keep some extra time for the end. You should keep some extra time for the end because it helps a lot. Next is like when you're dividing the time, it's not that, if you have say 3 hours, make sure that you keep 10 minutes for extra 10 minutes जो होने चाहिए वो extra होने चाहिए. Say you have to go through that, you've attempted everything, you've done everything right, so yeah, keep those 10 minutes with you, right? Now sometimes invigilators are there who are in a hurry and they want to just collect the answer sheets 10 minutes before, so keep those 10 minutes extra, right? So if you have 3 hours, your paper should be, you should be done with your exam 10 minutes before those 3 hours get over, right? Now next is when beginning with the answer, write the number of that answer and also the topic on the top. The examiner should know that a new answer has begun. Basically, most of the universities give you choices कि इनमें से या इनमें से, और हमारे पास choices होती है ना, that इसमें से या इसमें से एक answer you can attempt. So you get a choice कि और की choice होती है कि ये वाला या ये वाला question आप attempt कर सकते हो, right? So to make it clear that which option you have chosen, you should write the name of the topic on the top. Say this is your answer sheet, right? For example, and this is the margin and this is the thing. Now here you write down your, so here you'll write answer number 3, right? ऐसे पूरा answer number 3 underline it, right? And here say you are attempting the topic of custom. If it's your jurisprudence exam, you're going to mention custom here. Say the main topic of the question, right? So that the examiner gets to know that which question you have chosen and the answer is of which question, right? So this is what you need to do, write the answer, right? Underlining the important points with scale and pencil. Do not use pen to underline important points, or don't use freehand to underline things too messy. You need to use your pencil and scale to underline the headers, to underline the landmark judgments, to underline your sections. Whatever is important you need to underline, and you need to underline when you're finished with the answer. ठीक है, जब लिख रहे हो अपना फ्लो नहीं तोड़ना है. When you're finished with the answer, you're going to use scale and pencil. Please free hand से नहीं करना. Cleanliness is what we are focusing on. When you finish an answer, make sure you draw a line indicating that the particular answer has come to an end. You should not make this mistake that say you have written answer, your answer has come to an end and this white thing is a pencil. Say for example, you're going to draw a line here indicating that your answer has come to an end. And when you begin with your next sheet, say this is your next sheet, here you are going to again write the topic. Say you are attempting answer number 1, you're going to write answer number 1. Okay, what you're going to write? Answer number 1, and then you're going to begin. Get that? Very important. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि इन्विजिलेटर को पता ही ना चले आपने 4 के 4 क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करे हैं, आंसर्स लिखे हैं 4, बट एग्जामिनर को लगे कि आपने सिर्फ 2 या 3 किए हैं. ठीक है ना? हाउ टू राइट द आंसर्स, हाउ टू राइट, फॉर्मेट क्या होना चाहिए? वी गोइंग टू डिस्कस द फॉर्मेट नाउ. फॉर्मेट क्या रहना चाहिए? नंबर 1 इज इंट्रोडक्शन. यू बिगिन विद द इंट्रोडक्शन. you're going to write आंसर लिखा हमने कैसे, मैंने आपको बताया. मान लीजिए आप आंसर नंबर 3 अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हैं तो ऐसे लिखेंगे आंसर नंबर 3, उसको अंडरलाइन करेंगे एंड देन यू आर गोइंग टू बिगिन विद द इंट्रोडक्शन जो होनी चाहिए. इट कैन बी ऑफ 1 पेज, it can be also of half page. Try you write the introduction of 1 page at least, otherwise you can write of half page. If you have more headers, like there are a lot of headers, then you can also keep it for half page, or if you don't have much to write in the introduction, then also you can keep it for half page. Right, now next that you're going to write is the headers. You're going to begin with headers. Say number 1 header, and then you're going to write down the paragraph here. The header, the things that you need to keep in mind are number the pointers. It is very important that you number the pointer. Header 1, header 2, मतलब जो pointers हैं उनको आप number देंगे. Very important. Next is write pointers with the black pen and underline with the pencil. You need to write headers with a डिफरेंट कलर्ड पेन सो दैट पता चले कि ये हेडर है, ठीक है। तो ब्लैक पेन यहाँ पे यूज होगा। एक्सप्लेन द पॉइंट, एक्सप्लेन, ये जो पॉइंटर है, हेडर मतलब जो पॉइंटर है, आप इसको पॉइंटर भी कह सकते हैं, राइट। उसको आप एक्सप्लेन करेंगे कितने 5 to 6 लाइंस में एटलीस्ट। सिर्फ हेडर्स या पॉइंटर्स लिख के नहीं आ जाना है। लीव अ लाइन व्हेन यू बिगिन विद द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट। You need to keep your paper neat. Say these are the lines. I'm drawing the lines for you. Say these are the lines. Now here your header one comes to an end. I'm going to leave this line. Leave this line, and from here your next answer, next pointer is going to start, pointer or header, whatever you want to call, right? So leave a line. Very important. We need to write neatly. पता चलना चाहिए एग्जामिनर को कितने पॉइंट्स हैं, कौन सा पॉइंट कवर्ड है। बिकॉज जब भी एग्जामिनर, अब ये क्यों कर रहे हैं हम, बिकॉज जब एग्जामिनर पेपर चेक करते हैं तो वो हर एक आंसर में कुछ पॉइंटर्स, कुछ वर्ड्स, कुछ फ्रेजेस ढूंढ रहे होते हैं। तो अगर, और वो फ्रेजेस हमारे किस में होंगे, मोस्टली वो हमारे पॉइंटर्स में होंगे, या लैंडमार्क जजमेंट्स में होंगे, राइट, या सेक्शंस में होंगे, या आर्टिकल है अगर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का एग्जाम है, राइट। तो फिर अगर हम उसको ब्लैक में लिख देंगे और उसको हम नीटली मेंशन करेंगे, तो वो जब एग्जामिनर स्किम करेंगे हमारे आंसर शीट को, दे विल बी एबल टू फाइंड इट एंड वी विल बी एबल टू स्कोर good marks. Yes. Next is, we are done with the header. Say you have written, at least you're going to write minimum to minimum, say at least 10 pointers. Try writing 15 pointers, but headers या pointers जो भी आपने बुलाना है, after that you're going to come to the conclusion and you're going to write this conclusion. And what is conclusion? What is your opinion about the thing that you have explained? In the conclusion you're going to write your opinion, and that is of half page. ओपिनियन ज़्यादा पेज की नहीं होनी चाहिए, सिर्फ हाफ पेज की होनी चाहिए। अगर ज़्यादा जगह नहीं बची है तो यू कैन ऑल्सो राइट इन 4 to 5 lines only. Okay, fine. So your answer sheet should look somewhat like this. I'm giving an example. I know it's too messy, but I'm going to explain it. Let's begin. So you're going to write the name of the topic here, right? For example, I've written custom. Next is, you're going to write the answer number very clearly. Introduction, you're going to write it with a black pen, and then you're going to explain, to write like 4 to 5 lines of introduction. You can write half page, 1 page. And if you don't really know that what you have to write in the introduction, नहीं पता है कि क्या लिखना है, तो क्या करोगे, जो pointers है ना, उनका एक paragraph format में explanation type का बना दोगे, right? You're not going to give pointers. A lot of you, what you do is you write the headers here. No, you're going to give a paragraph type का introduction, right? Moving on, next, now we see a lot many times, or most of the time, the question is divided into subparts. For example, the question here could be, what is the meaning of a custom, what are the essentials of custom? So we are going to mention the parts. For example, I've written essentials of a custom here with a black pen, and I'm going to underline it also. Main header अगर कोई है, सब पार्ट है, उसको मैं मेंशन करूंगी, बिकॉज ये जो सब पार्ट्स होते हैं इनके अलग से मार्क्स होते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, डेफिनेशन ऑफ कस्टम कुड बी ऑफ 5 marks, essentials of custom of 15 marks, अगर 20 marks का क्वेश्चन है, राइट. मूविंग ऑन, नेक्स्ट आई मेंशन द पॉइंटर. हम पॉइंटर ब्लैक पेन से लिखेंगे, फिर अंडरलाइन करेंगे उसको, एंड नंबरिंग करेंगे. नंबरिंग करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. देन वी आर गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन द पॉइंटर इन 4 to 5 lines. न्यू पॉइंटर कभी भी हम एंड ऑफ द पेज से नहीं स्टार्ट करेंगे, राइट, बिकॉज वो एग्जामिनर मिस कर सकता है. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट, राइट. जब आपने पूरा आंसर लिख दिया है, देन यू आर गोइंग टू राइट डाउन द कंक्लूजन. कंक्लूजन 4 to 5 lines में होना चाहिए आपका, राइट. एंड यू आर ऑल्सो गोइंग टू draw this line which I've drawn with pencil. Can you see these 2 lines? That is what you're going to do, so that the examiner knows that the one answer has come to an end and a new answer is going to begin. Note, always start a new answer from a new page. Again, very important. ठीक है, वही topic answer number लिखोगे. Getting my point? How to include judgments in your answer. Now, number 1 question is that how many judgments should we mention in our answer? I asked this question to my professor and I remember his answer. He said, जितनी चीनी डालो उतना मीठा. जितनी, मतलब as many judgments you mention, that would be good. So I would say 5 to 10 judgments at least, landmark judgments mention karo, because every examiner is looking for those judgments in your answer, right? Now next is write down the name of the judgment with a black pen, underline the name, just write what was held, and you do not need to write the entire story. Now a lot many of you take it wrong. Now, if the question is not based on just the judgments, there are questions wherein you're said, okay, explain 5 judgments or those kind of questions, then you need to write proper fact, then you need to write the name of the judgment, then the facts, then what was held and stuff like that, what were the issues. But if you are in just, it is not a judgment based question, then if you're just writing the judgment within the answer, you just need to mention the name and what was held. Okay, don't fill pages with the use of judgment. Okay, underline the judgments too, very important. You should underline the judgments too, so that जो examiner है उसको दिखे कि आपने judgments mention करी हैं. Okay, do not create the name by yourself. I've seen so many of you doing this. Whenever we see answers, there are students who create the name of the judgments themselves. Please don't do that. The professors know what you have written and what you have done. Okay, so don't make a fool of them. Angry नहीं करना उनको, गुस्सा मत चढ़ाओ. So don't create the judgments, name of the judgments all by yourself. How to write down the judgment? Basically, the name of the judgment like this with a black pen, underlining, very important, what was held, and underline the name of the judgment. Again, write the name with a black pen. That is how you write the judgment, which is included under the pointer itself. Right, but you have to write with a black pen so that examiner को दिखे कि हमने लिखी है judgments. अब कि examiner को दिखे कि हमने लिखी है judgments. Okay, time for some bonus tips. Now number 1 bonus tip is make the pen soft. Use the pen before you use it in the examination hall. Now this is what I used to do. I used to use Pilot pens and I used to use them like while I was preparing for the exam, and so that they are soft. When you use soft pens in your exams, you're able to, your speed is good. You are able to write in a better manner. So try this out. This is a very tested thing. I used to give it to my mom and I used to tell her that, okay, you use it half, and once it's half, return it to me because I have to use it for my exam. I used to do this always. So next is, when learning the answers while preparing for the test, write and learn. Should be easier for you to write. Now you should use that pen. Normally what people do is they would buy any pen and would attempt the question paper, attempt the exams. But I used to keep that one pen. That was this Pilot V7. I'm going to leave the link of that pen if you want to know which it was in the description box below. Now that pen I used to use even while I was preparing for the exam, so that when I write, there's a way that you write and you need to be comfortable. So you need to be comfortable with the pen. So make sure that you use that pen frequently. Like even when you're making your class notes, you're making your notes for the exam, you use that pen. And even when you're learning and writing, you're trying to learn and write, then also use that pen. Okay. Our answer sheet looks like this, right? One page of the answer sheet. If we suppose this is that, normally students, what they do is they tend to draw a line here, right? I don't know why. Some of the students also draw the line here and then they will write their answers here, basically reducing the space. What they do is reducing the space, which is not good. You're giving a very bad impression to the examiner. This is what you should not do. If you really want a very neat, I would never do this. I would never recommend this. Instead, what you can do is you write your answer till here. So, matlab, you can draw a line which is very, very small, like itna, bas. You should not make it till here or here. Please, this is something that you should not do. Okay, fine, सब करते हैं, but आप मत करो. And if you're not going to do this, you are going to stand out, and that is also going to pick you marks. Okay, लाइक कीजिएगा और अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर भी कीजिएगा. चैनल को प्लीज सब्सक्राइब करना और बेल नोटिफिकेशन ऑन कर देना, ताकि जब भी मैं एक न्यू वीडियो डालूं आपको नोटिफिकेशन आ जाए. और अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपको वीडियोस की नोटिफिकेशन मिले और जो हम एक्टिविटीज़ कर रहे हैं लॉगिरी पे उसकी नोटिफिकेशन मिले, तो हमारा टेलीग्राम ग्रुप ज़रूर ज्वाइन करिएगा। अगर आपको ये वीडियो हेल्पफुल लगी तो प्लीज़ मुझे कमेंट करके नीचे बताइए कि आपको ये वीडियो हेल्पफुल लगी, ताकि मैं और ऐसी वीडियोस बना सकूं जो आपको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हेल्प कर सके। आप मुझे इंस्टाग्राम पे भी फॉलो कर सकते हैं, वहाँ पे मैं @IamLoggery के नाम से हूँ। वहाँ पे आप फॉलो कीजिए क्योंकि वहाँ पे हम बिल्कुल डिफरेंट कंटेंट डाल रहे हैं और चाहते हैं कि मैं आपको वीकली न्यूज़ लेटर भेजूँ जिसके अंदर मैं लॉ के बारे में और भी अच्छे से बात करती हूँ। तो प्लीज़ अपनी ईमेल आईडी नीचे दिए गए डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में एक लिंक है, वहाँ पे जाके अपना ईमेल आईडी ड्रॉप कर दीजिए, ताकि जब भी मैं कुछ ऐसा करूँ आपको ईमेल पहुँच जाए और आप वो देख सके। वो मैं यूट्यूब चैनल पे नहीं डालती हूँ, वो सिर्फ मेरे जिन्होंने न्यूज़ लेटर सब्सक्राइब करा हुआ है उनको भेजती हूँ। आज के लिए इतना ही, मिलते हैं जल्द, बाय।